13 on the shot clock as Mason picks it up. Working against Johnson. And Mason wins that battle. I don't know if anyone can stop him. 7 points for Frank Mason in this game. The Herd have 9 total in the game. Johnson. That one is stolen by Mason. Back the other way. Bender with a slam dunk.
ATO there to start things off. Just a cross screen to get the ball in the post. Moore passed it to Johnson and then just cut, and Cutter got open.
Frank Mason with the answer knocks down the 3. So Reynolds to inbound. They give it to Frank Mason. Frank was left open. Bowen hit the deck. 97-85. Wisconsin still has the lead. Mason. 3-ball. Check out the Twitch app. Frank Mason putting on a dribbling show. That time he beats Taco to the hoop.
There's no question here.
Behind the back, a spin. Now,
that's a typical lefty shot. Lefties are always taking crazy shots like that, aren't they?
They do have unorthodox style of play at times.
Jamario Jones on the feed and banks it in. Told you off the top, man, he rebounded from an awful 3-game stretch where he'd scored only 15 points and has scored 46 the last 2 games, and he's got 10 here in the first quarter.
And that's so tough right there.
Coach Wolf looking for a 2-for-1 here, maybe. Too late for it now.
JJ with the steal to Cam Reynolds. There's the dunk you were looking for. Balding with the rebound in the putback. Reese Balding. Back the other way. Frank Mason.
Oh, not the bucket. Not the bucket, too. Lately, the scoring has been left up a lot to Frank Mason.
There's Mason short on a 3. He'll try it again from even deeper. Oh, Frank Mason from between the ring. Just enters the half court, just finds 2, finds another 2. Maybe he'll find 3. You bet.
When he gets that ball and draws another defender over, especially with how this team has been shooting from deep lately, it's not a good look.
Yes, Frank Mason.
NBA Coach of the Month in January. It's Frank Mason. Off the glass. Well, his confidence has got to be through the roof right now for shooting from the outside. Frank Mason gets by his defender, blows by his defender. Sunday we had 2 Blue Jay players on the court as Kyrie Thomas was on assignment from the Detroit Pistons. Jones with the layup. 7 seconds on the shot clock as Mason throws up the floater. Kamaji made contact with him. I don't know how Frank got it over the big guy, but he did.
Kamaji, you look at it here, and then contact coming before Frank lands.
Now Frank working against Highsmith, and Mason. Where do you want to start?
To get past Highsmith on the drive is one. Able to get space inside. Doesn't take much for him to be able to get that ball up and finish at the rim.
Nice move, Mason. And there's the disadvantage. You can pull Kamaji out. Or to look to run again.
Really like what Jamario did defensively there.
Perfect pass from Mason, and DJ with another finish. Wilson's got 4. That is incredibly rare at this level. They'll start hitting them. That's worth more anyway. One more look here for Wisconsin. Mason thought about pulling. Step back. And a hit. My goodness, Frank Mason, how do you do what you do? And get your punch card. Frank Mason, the steal right out of the timeout. Left hand is good.
To the left. As we get a look at Frank Mason. 2 of his game high 35.
Gets to the basket way too easy. Good job by Lamar Peters.
Frank Mason comes right back at you with, they lost their first game of the season and then rattled off 12 wins in a row. There's Mason, the 3rd again. The floater goes about 2 minutes before showing some discomfort in his lower back, and he has not returned to the floor since leaving. Mason and 1.
I don't want anybody to see my inner thigh. Sorry.
You have limits. Pushed up to Reynolds and a transition slam.